Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you a brand new regular feature on the channel called Play This Game. In these videos I'll be recommending games from years past that you may have missed. I'll be focusing on indie titles like today's game rather than AAA games from the big studios. So today we're going to be talking about The Binding of Isaac. I mentioned this particular roguelite during my review of Into the Pit, and I wanted to talk about this game a bit more because I've been playing it for so long. The original game was released 10 years ago back in 2011 when the lands of Skyrim were plagued with dragons, Dark Souls had no sequels, and Minecraft was a small indie title still gaining momentum. Originally released on PC and Macintosh, The Binding of Isaac was a simple top-down dungeon crawler running on Adobe Flash. Developed by just two people, Edmund Macmillan and Florian Himsel, the titular character Isaac is forced to escape his murderous mother by fleeing to the basement below his bedroom. Once the game begins, the player fights through procedurally generated dungeons filled with enemies, power-ups and bosses, descending further and further into the depths below. Since the game's initial release, there has been an engine overhaul, resulting in the remake Binding of Isaac Rebirth. There's also been several massive updates like Afterbirth that was released in the last few years, and now development is handled by the studio Nicalis, who continue to work with the original creators. It's also now available on a huge variety of platforms, so no matter where you like to play games, you can give this one a go. If you have the Nintendo Switch, you'll likely never be bored on a plane journey ever again with this title in your collection. As you can see, mechanically it plays a lot like the early top-down Zelda games, but where this title really succeeds is in the imagination of the character designs and the incredible variety of enemies, traps, challenges, and modes. Now is the perfect time to get into this game as well, because a brand new DLC called Repentance has just dropped, and it adds 2 more playable characters and a wealth of other additional content, ensuring you'll be playing this game for hours on end. Despite the art style, I will caution however, this is not a game for children. It can be very disturbing in places, and the tone of the game, while generally playful and at times a little puerile, is still one born of fear and nightmares. You unlock various characters by completing specific conditions, and some of them drastically change the way you will approach the game. As you acquire power-ups, your character's look will also change dramatically, which can lead to some freakish combinations. In the footage you're watching, I have a power called Third Eye, combined with a toxic splash damage power, which makes short work of most of these enemies. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to gain much health over this run, so this build makes me somewhat of a glass cannon. A quick side note on the music: all the music in the game was composed by Danny Baranowski, who also did the music for Edmund Macmillan's first big hit, Super Meat Boy. It's a chiptune delight throughout, with some intense themes during the boss battles especially. Baranowski also did the music for another great dungeon crawler called Crypt of the Necrodancer. I've chosen not to include any in-game audio in today's video, as the game can be a little hectic to talk over, so make sure you check out DB Soundworks for more of Danny B's stuff. Here we see one of the big bosses of the game called It Lives. This boss battle is a bullet hell ballet of projectiles and screen-filling attacks that requires a lot of weaving and dodging to avoid. If you're playing on console, the game controls like a twin-stick shooter, with your attacks mapped to the right stick. Your projectiles are actually tears because young Isaac is understandably upset at his predicament. Unless you have a lot of experience with these sorts of games, you will die a lot, and initially the game will feel very challenging. However, once you do manage to complete a run and unlock some of the other characters, you will improve and eventually become addicted to this game. There are far too many mechanics for me to list here, but as well as the things I've already mentioned, there are shops in the game, arcades, secret rooms, a wave mode, over 20 unique endings, and more secrets and Easter eggs than you could see in a lifetime. I've racked up over 300 hours playing this game, and I still haven't seen a lot of what it has to offer. Go and play this game right now and help Isaac escape from his mother. Thank you so much for watching my video on The Binding of Isaac. It's available on pretty much every console you can imagine: Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and of course PC and Mac. I want to give a quick shout out to Asian Hawk, who did the music for today's video and will be doing my music for the channel moving forward. He's a fantastic producer and well worth checking out. Make sure you check out the link in the description of this video to hear more of his stuff. I'm going to leave you now with a little bit more footage from The Binding of Isaac, and I'm going to put the game audio up as well so you can hear just how hectic the game is. You're going to see me try and defeat Satan, who is one of the end game bosses if you are doing a particular kind of run on The Binding of Isaac. It is an intense boss battle and I hope you enjoy. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh hey, looks like you stuck around right till the end of the video. Thank you so much for supporting my content, I really appreciate it. This channel is still in its infancy at the moment. Over here you should see a couple more videos that you can enjoy, and there should be a subscribe of as well. Give that a click for me, you'd really make my day. Thanks for watching.